Hi, I'm Mama Fontana and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're doing Super Bowl snacks. One of the favorite things for most people, I think they sell 1 billion of these during Super Bowl, is chicken wings. And I have my own take on those, so we're gonna get right into it. So I have my oven heated at 400 degrees. Now this is a little different process. So it's only 3 ingredients, as you can see. Frank's Red Hot, melted butter, 1 cube of melted butter. Get that in there. Depending on how many you're doing is going to depend on how many cubes of butter and how much Frank's Red Hot sauce. I went to Sam's to get the big one because it's way cheaper and they didn't carry it. I thought, wow, it's Super Bowl, how can you do that? A cup of soy sauce. And there's a cup of soy sauce. Just going to give this a quick little mix. And now this is 32 ounces of Frank's Red Hot. You're going to see why you need so much of it. So here I'm going to put 1 of these in. I'm going to use both of them. And the reason being is because we're going to do quite a few wings. In the recipe that I'll be posting, I said 5 pounds, but I actually bought a 10-pound bag because, like I've told you, I have boys and they like them some wings. So all you do is mix these things up like this. 3 ingredients, that is it. So once you get this mixed up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding the wings. So I went to Sam's Club and these are still frozen a little bit. So you can defrost them, they can be frozen, whatever you wanna do. So what we need to do is we need to get these in here and we're gonna let them soak for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once they have soaked, then we're gonna put them back on this pan and we're gonna put them in the oven. Now the key with hot wings is, the first time you cook them, you're just gonna cook them till you can see them starting to shrink. You can tell they're starting to cook. We're gonna pull them out and then we're gonna put them back in the sauce. Now a little secret, however many times you put it back in the sauce, you can do it as many times as you want, but for every time you put it back in, it's gonna get hotter. So I usually do mine twice because that's about all my family can stand. But if you want to do it, 3, 4 times, whatever floats your boat, you can do. So here we go with hot wings. I can't believe how fast the time's going. Super Bowl's this weekend. Everybody's excited. Congratulations to Kansas City and 49ers. Almost forgot, sorry Mott's. Cheers to whoever the winner is. I hope that your team's in the Super Bowl. So after they soak for a little bit, just kind of stir them around. Then we're going to get them put on this tray. We're going to get them in to cook the first time. So cooking it the first time, I would say you probably want to cook them for maybe 20 to 30 minutes the first time. They're not going to be done when you pull them out the first time, and you want to make sure that your chicken is done. So we're just going to put them in there. Basically what this is going to do is start cooking the chicken. It's going to cook some of that sauce into it, which starts the flavor process to be delicious. Okay, they're all on here, so we're going to take them over. We're going to put them into a 400-degree oven, and then when I come back over here, then we're going to start a new 7-layer dip. So the first thing on the bottom, and of course a lot of people do it differently, but this is how I like to do it. I use refried beans. Some people use the canned bean dip. I like to use refried beans. Number one, they're way less expensive than bean dip. You can use it plain if you like, but I put in a package of taco seasoning because it has a lot of really delicious spices in it. You don't have to figure out which spices would be the best. So you can just mix in 1 package of taco seasoning. Well, there's that. Get rid of this garbage. We're just gonna mix it in here. Make sure that whatever kind of tray that you put these on or bowl, it has to have a lip, because you're gonna build it up with the layers. If you have something flat, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna mix this in. Okay, that's mixed up. So we're just gonna make the first layer is the bean dip. So just kind of thin it out here. Bring it up the sides. So you make kind of a well for all your other stuff. This way, every time you scoop into it, you kind of get a little taste of everything. So now that we have the bean dip, we're gonna start layering. The next thing that I put on is the guacamole. You can make your own, but in interest of time, I just bought some, and actually this one's not a bad one at all. Some of them aren't as good as others, but you can even buy this and doctor it up yourself, put some cumin in it or whatever it is that you like in yours. I love cumin, it has a really good flavor. So you're gonna put a layer of guacamole. Again, kind of get it layered up so that every time you take a scoop, you get a flavor of just about everything that you're putting in here. Okay, there's a guacamole. Had some on the finger. Now we're gonna put sour cream. So 1 pint of sour cream. Mix it up so it's a little bit smooth, way easier to deal with. All right, you can just start pouring it on there. See how simple this is? It's not a hard thing to do. You can make it ahead of time. Just cover it up before the game. Get some chips. And you got a pretty good little dip going on here. Most people like it. So now we're gonna add about 2 cups of cheese, depending on how cheesy you like it. So we're gonna put on I just used like Monterey Jack, cheddar mix. I actually even threw in a little bit of Sharp in here that I had already grated up. So good. Here we go. Next we're gonna use chopped tomatoes. I chopped up 2. Good sized tomatoes, not the little teeny baby Romas, or you wouldn't have nearly this much. Okay, there's your tomatoes. And finally, sliced olives. So you can use 1 large can or 2 small. I use the large because olives are delicious. You can slice your own too if you prefer, but I'm into easy. It's not that much more money to buy them already sliced. Okay, and there it is. 7-layer dip. What'd that take? Less than 5 minutes. And here you have a delicious dip ready for the Super Bowl. People will cheer you on along with their teams. So we still have the chicken wings. They're in the oven. They still have a little bit of time to go. We'll come back in a few minutes and we'll show you what they look like after the first time. Then we'll dip them again for a little bit and then we'll cook them again. See you in a few. Okay guys, I just pulled them out of the oven. I dumped off all the extra juice and there's quite a bit. As you can see, the size they are now compared to the size they were when they were frozen with all the water and the frozen stuff in there is completely different. So they're hot, they're steaming, but we're gonna put them in this sauce one more time. We're gonna let them soak for another 5-10 minutes. And then, because I only like to do them twice because of the heat factor, then they're gonna go back in the oven. I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did before. Back in the oven, but this time we need to make sure they're done. So it's gonna take anywhere from 30 to an hour, depending on the size of your chicken wings. And you just wanna make sure they're done. Chicken is not one of those things you wanna mess with. You don't wanna have any kind of yuckies with the chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, put them in the oven, and then we're gonna come back when they're done and let you see just how delicious they are. See you soon. Hi, we're back. Guess what? We have chicken wings. Look at these. 7-layer dips done. I got a little ranch to dip that in. These are probably, I'm hoping that they've cooled a little bit because when I pulled them out, they were so hot. But they really are delicious. I can't wait for you to try them. Who doesn't like a little ranch on them? You're gonna like them. The 7-layer dip. Use whatever kind of chips you like. I like Doritos. You can get a little bit of all this stuff. Look, delicious, huh? So good. So I hope you all have a great Super Bowl. I hope you try these. I'm gonna make a little shout out. This week is my husband and I's 33rd wedding anniversary on Friday. So happy anniversary, honey. I appreciate everything. We've been together for a long time, so happy anniversary. Also, I hope you all have a great Super Bowl. We're really close to 200 subscribers, so do me a favor. Go subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos. Let people know that we have a good time. We're gonna continue to do this as long as you want me to. So subscribe and share, and I appreciate everything. Leave me a comment. And as always, I share the love of cooking with my family. Now I share it with you. See you next time. Thanks for watching the video today. Remember, subscribe down here. For my most recent video, it's right here. See you next time.